chop.
All right, guys, today we got a special guest, a true friend of the channel, my big bro, back for his third interview, Cano Almighty.
What's up, my guy? What's going on, baby bro?
I'm good, man. How you doing?
Good. Can't complain. You know, everything good. Everything going good.
You had a good holiday?
Yeah, you know, for the most part, I was there with my kids. You know, that's the most important thing, and my family and stuff. It was good. I ain't got no complaints. It was good. Definitely good.
Yeah, man. I gotta say, I love seeing that. Like you spending time with your family and everything. Because your daughter just had a birthday too, right?
Yeah, she was on the 23rd, bro. She's big girl now, bro. So
damn.
Yeah.
See, that's the way it should be, though, man. It should be, you spending time with your family and everything like that and celebrating.
Well, that's what you're supposed to do, bro. That's what we get old for. Somebody got to take care of us when we get old, right?
Yeah, that's true,
you
man.
know what I mean? But now,
and they're going to remember if you was there for them or not.
Listen, I've been there. My oldest, I wasn't there as much because I was in prison. But with my two youngest, I've been there basically their whole lives. So, they can't say nothing. I've been there. And then they was living, both of them, once I got divorced, both of my kids was living with me. They stayed here with me in the crib, you know what I'm saying? So I practically been with them for a long time.
For sure, man.
Yeah, man.
All right, man. Well, I want to ask you, what has the feedback been on you doing interviews on my channel? And this is not aimed at any one person in particular, but we've had some situations where other bros have spoken out, whether publicly or behind the scenes, like they're mad that you continue to do interviews. Has anyone said anything to you publicly?
Directly, nobody said, directly nobody said nothing. Let's be real, because I don't speak bad about no brother. And if I did have an issue with a brother, I'm the type of dude that I go behind the scenes and reach out to the brother and address him before I take it publicly. So it ain't with me. It's just, you know what it is? A lot of these dudes sometimes be thinking that we throwing side shots or something because they feel like, or maybe they feel that they're relevant, or I don't know what it is. Like, I'm gonna be real with you. Like, this internet world is real strange. I'm still trying to get accustomed to a lot of this stuff, but I haven't been pressed. I've heard obviously they hit you up or they say some slick shit online, but then when you try to address them, it wasn't, I didn't take it. You know, it's always some funny, like, I don't know, bro. It'd be some funny stuff. You know what I mean?
I've interviewed numerous kings, from you to Blame to Ray Chester, King Flo, and of course Tone. But it seems like people really feel a way that I've interviewed you and Blame numerous times. So like, I don't know if they think like maybe I should be giving other people a chance, or they mad that they not on,
I mean, there's two different aspects. You gotta understand something. Like, first of all, me and you, we deal with each other, but people forget that, I was grinding in the music business on the underground scene for many, many, many years. So a lot of people don't understand that it's not just because I'm a king. We was working with a lot of different artists for a long time behind the scenes. So, I don't know if that's what it is, that they feel some type of way. And first of all, Blame got a lot going on for himself, bro. First of all, he's writing books. I don't know if you've seen, he got a book out.
Yeah, I bought his book and
yeah, I got the book over there on the bar stool over there in the bar over there back there. I got his book. I got to take it to him so he can autograph it. But yeah, he got a lot going on with him, bro.
I'm so proud of him.
Super proud, bro. Super proud. You don't understand? You don't understand how long I know Blame. I know Blame. When I first met Blame, he'll tell you I wanted to just strangle him because he was one of those animated. I would be like, yo, calm this dude down. Like, it was like, and he was a kid. He was a kid, bro. He was in his teens still. I don't know if he was like 17, 18, but he was a kid, but he was just, oh my God, he's one of those kids that you got to give him Darcy or something. This guy used to be bouncing off the fucking walls. Bro, he was super aggressive. So, me and him built a relationship, and listen, I'm proud of him. All the stuff he's been through, he got the program. He working that program over there. He doing a lot of things. So why wouldn't he be able to get interviewed? And first of all, when he comes on here, he don't talk nothing negative. Everything's about doing something positive. And it's all about uplifting the community and trying to bring awareness to where we went, you know what I'm saying? So people don't make the same mistakes we made. So I don't know why they hating, you know what I mean? I really don't. And if they are, but this is for them. I'm not speaking to nobody on no internet channel. So I don't want to hear none of that. Oh, he talking about me. I ain't talking about nobody. And if I want to talk about you, hit me direct, and we can link up anytime. I'm in the Bronx all the time. I'm all over the place. You know what I mean? You know, it's not like I'm in the streets like that, but I'll be moving around. You know what I'm saying? So anytime somebody got an issue, they know how to hit me up. Just hit me up direct, and we can speak about it. You know what I mean? There ain't nothing about it. That's what men do. We speak about our differences. If you feel that I'm saying something that, let's speak about it. Let's talk about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and and that's what people miss, like what you're talking about with the music thing, right? It's like our interviews, while we touch on like the street aspect and the background of the Kings and stuff, a lot of it's still rooted in music.
Of course.
Like related to Kings, confrontations or whatever, but it's music based still, or like your history of what you've done, with all the Latino rappers and 326 and everything like that. It's like some of these guys that get mad though, it's like, well, bro, like, what am I going to ask you about? You know what I mean? Like, it's like,
I mean, listen, bro, you know what I mean? It's like, I come and I talk about whatever. As long as it's something, I just don't, I'm going to be honest with you, mad different podcasts and mad different people hit me up to do interviews.
Right.
And the reason I don't do them is, the main reason is because people always want to talk about jail, right? And there's nothing to glorify about prison. You understand what I'm saying? Like, prison, that shit is not something to glorify. You know what I'm saying? Like, people don't talk about how prison really destroys people's lives, families, everything. I'm not going to run around on here, oh, I did this, I banged this dude, nah, bro. Like, I'm embarrassed to be, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want people to judge me on being in prison, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes people find out you in jail and automatically they judge your character of who you are because you went to prison. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, that shit is whack, bro. Prison, bro, that shit is corny. All that shit, people, all they want to do is talk about stabbing this, stabbing that. Bro, I don't want to even talk about that. That's why a lot of interviews, I don't do them, because I already know the direction. They're trying to get the clickbait, the likes. They want you to tell a story about this and that. And you know what I mean? Like, all right, we could tell one story, but I'm not going to base an interview based on nothing but prison warfare. Nah, bro, that shit is corny. You know what I mean?
Have you had situations where you've known somebody, they didn't know your background, and like you guys were cool and everything, and as soon as they found out that you went to prison or something, they treated you different after that?
Of course, bro. I mean, that happened to me when I came home, when I first came home and I got a job. I'm chilling at the job, everything's
Oh yeah,
cool.
I remember we talked about that.
Yeah, bro. As soon as my prince came back, it was like, pew! It was like, so, I'm always guarded with that, especially when you like, for instance, when you're dealing with in relationships and stuff, or people's parents that you go to meet and they find out that you was in prison and stuff, they always be, guarded about, oh my God, this guy's with my daughter or something. So, it's crazy sometimes. Like,
That's what I meant, more like on a personal level. Has
yeah,
people treated
stuff
you
like
different
that.
because
Yeah.
of that?
I mean, I haven't had the problem. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, I ain't really had that situation, except for like my second wife, when I met her moms and stuff. Like it was crazy because they found out she was coming to visit me or whatever, and her moms came to jail to visit me to find out what my intentions were with her daughter, like, type shit. So it was like a little bit of an awkward thing. And she always had a thing about, the jail shit. But other than that, bro, I don't really pay too much attention to that stuff. You know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. Like, I've been lucky because most people judge me for the character. I'm a good person. At the end of the day, I'm a good person. I'm not, I don't do anything to hurt nobody or nothing like that. I'm not a nice guy, but I'm definitely a good person. You know what I'm saying?
Well, especially now, it's been so many years since like you've really been involved with that type of stuff anyway. So it's like,
yeah, I mean, you know what it is though? Sometimes that shit is you get institutionalized, bro. And like, me and you spoke about it before. Like, it took a long time for me to put my guard down and laugh and joke. Like, I just started really like toning shit down like a couple of years ago. Cause other than that, I used to be on some straight militant, you know what I mean? On that. Like, yo, what you saying? Like, with the face and all that, man. Listen, life is too short, bro. I've lost so many people in the last year and 2 years. Every other month is we losing somebody. And it's not like when we were younger. When you're younger, you lose a lot of people to like street violence and different thing. Now it's heart attack, is this
health related stuff.
Yeah, and it's like, you know what, man? At this age, bro, I'm just trying to find peace. I'm not trying to be on that. You know, I like to enjoy myself. I like to have fun. Now, if somebody disrespects, it's a different story. But you know, on another level, we ain't even on that bullshit. You know what I mean? Like, fuck that. I'm just trying to. That's it. Trying to live life, enjoy myself. That's it.
Let me ask you this, like, because you know, like a lot of times when you come from the streets, you always kind of have to be on guard that like somebody trying to get over on you, or like, what did you really mean when you said that to me, or something like that, you know? But then like you can't really apply that approach to everybody, because sometimes people are just like joking with you. They don't mean well. They don't come from that world, so they're not thinking in terms of that. Has it been like a transition for you to kind of like know how to deal with certain people? Like they're not really trying to do that to you?
I still got that problem. I'm not going to lie. I still got that problem. Because people will talk, you know all this thing nowadays that people talk real loose with their mouth. So I check people right away. I'll be like, yo, bro, I don't play those games, or you don't know me like that. Let's not play those games. Let's not open that door. I'll address it right away, because the more you let disrespect like unravel, or you make people feel comfortable, the further they think they can push it. So you got to address that at the door. I still got that problem. That problem I still do. Like if I feel like you said something slick, but what you meant by that? You know what I mean? I definitely, you know, now when I'm at work and it'll be some work related shit, and one of the adjusters or somebody comes in with a parts dude or something and says something, I'll be like, bro, we at work, bro. Let's not, you know what I mean? I try to remember it's a different society. I definitely do, bro. I definitely got to hold back a lot, bro. But, you know.
But do you think that like the average person is like intending for it to be slick like that?
I don't think so. I think it's just certain people talk a certain way because they don't know the consequences of certain words. Like, you know, in the world I come from, I still don't play those games that SMD and inviting people to your privates and stuff like that. There's certain things that I just don't. Nah, I'm not saying pause. I'm not saying none of that when it comes to certain things, because we just not playing those games. You understand what I'm saying? So these kids are very loose with it, and they loose with bro. It's hard to keep up with today's generation because everybody's gender fluid and this and that. And I'm just like, yo, bro. I'm like, bro. Listen, I'm an old man. Just give me my space. You know what I mean?
How have you seen the internet impact how, like, because you know, like before, like different regions, you grew up a certain way, the slang, the dress, and everything like that. But because of the internet now, it's like you could be from one area but talk like you from somewhere else because of, you know, you just like seeing it so much. It's like more of like a melting pot now, as opposed to like
it's an identity crisis. A lot of people have identity crises. Yeah, I noticed that a lot when you go to like different states. But see, the problem is too, like in New Yorkers, a lot of people adapt to our slang. Like you go to Florida, they got their own slang, but they'll use New York slang because there's so many people from New York up there. You go to Atlanta, you go to North Carolina, you go to certain states, they use New York slang, but you know it's a New York slang, but because they got so many New Yorkers spreading out everywhere. So it's
moving
hard.
there.
Yeah, bro. Bro, you go to Florida, bro, Miami and Orlando. Like Orlando's like Brooklyn. Yo, bro, you go to Orlando and you see everybody you ain't seen in East New York and Bushwick and all these places in like 30 years. They all out there. Orlando, Tampa, Miami. You know what I'm saying? So it's bugged out. Like, you know, every time I go out there, you know, is I meet more and more people. Where you from? I'm from New York. I'm from New York. I'm like, what the fuck? But, you know.
You never thought about moving out there?
To Florida?
Why is everyone moves out to Florida, though, from New York?
I mean, at one point I did. I'm more thinking about like buying property in Puerto Rico. Like I got Puerto Rico, it gravitated to me. Like spiritually, I feel at peace when I go over there. Yo, bro, it's the most, you know, it's a very, very dope place to go to. You get in tune with yourself. And I'm not Puerto Rican, you know what I'm saying? But I've been there so many times, and I just love Puerto Rico. To be honest with you, is spiritually, I gravitate there. You know what I'm saying? I've been, you know, so I'm definitely thinking about going out there. Probably gonna go to Puerto Rico like maybe February and look at some things over there. And I got a lot of bros that's out there too. You know what I mean? So.
Man, you just want to go out there for the ladies, man. What are you talking about?
Nah, bro. I mean, I'm gonna keep it real. The last few years that I was going, I had a girl that I used to go out there with. You know, that was my shorty and stuff, and we used to be out there. But you know, nah, I'm chilling, bro. I don't even go out there for that, bro. I mean, this time I just went. We went to the Bad Bunny concert. I went with her, and that shit was dope. I'm not gonna front. That shit was dope, very dope. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.